everyone. So, I do have like kind of an outline of things I'm going to talk about. So if I'm looking down, that is why. I have major baby brain right now, so I know nothing unless it's on a list. As you can probably tell, this is my 34-week update. And yes, this channel is starting late. I did have another channel. However, I didn't update for quite a while because we were in the middle of moving and things just got a little bit hectic. And I went back to my channel and everything was gone. So I don't know what happened, but we are going to start over now. So that's why I'm starting kind of far along, but I still wanted these vlogs to kind of just kind of look back on, and I do plan to continue them after a baby is born, so I won't just be here for a few weeks. So the lighting is super terrible in here, so don't mind that. And like my tripod and my camera, everything was packed up, so I've unpacked my camera and I don't have anything else for filming unpacked right now. So in this video, I'm just kind of gonna basically touch on things that would have been touched on in my initial videos because this is a new channel. So for those of you that have not followed me in the past, you are probably having a lot of questions right now. Like, what the heck is going on, and all the initial questions that people generally have an answer during their pregnancy announcement vlog. So I am just going to kind of touch on that stuff just because it is obviously nowhere to be found on this channel. So I found out I was pregnant in December. I believe it was the 8th, I want to say. So basically I had been off of birth control for just over a year, I want to say. Then we kind of, I didn't think I was, so I didn't think to take like an early test or anything, and I was 4 weeks when we found out, but I just didn't think that I actually was at all. And other times I had always like taken one before my missed period, just like the anxiety of it, like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? And they were always negative, so I just really didn't think that I was. And so then we were at Save-On getting groceries, and I was encouraged that I should buy a digital test just to be sure. And I had taken dollar store tests before that, which I do trust them. They're the same as the doctors use. So I had taken a few of those, and the lines were like super faint to the point that I just thought that I was having line eyes and that I wasn't actually. I didn't really believe that. So we got a digital one, and so I did that, and it was taking like forever to pop up, and I was thinking like this is totally going to be negative. There's no way this is actually positive. And then so I left the bathroom for 5, 10, 15 minutes, and I came back and there it was. It was positive. So I didn't believe it. Like, part of me was like, oh my god, this is happening, and the other part of me was like, no, I'm not. There's no way. So yeah, I guess it was, obviously. And then after that, I think that was, so it would have been 4 weeks then. And then I had my 8-week appointment. Like, my first appointment was the day before my birthday in January. So, yeah, I went to that, and that was good. Everything was normal. We did like a little ultrasound there, and that was really cool to see, like the first one. And then from there, we just kind of like booked the other appointments, and they checked like blood pressure and stuff, and it was just kind of a really relaxed appointment, like all of my appointments have been so far. Yeah, so we did that, and then like my first symptoms probably started around that time. Just like general nausea and throwing up, but I was very quickly put on Diclactin, which is just like an anti-nausea medication for during pregnancy, and I was taking that 2 or 3 times a day, so like 3 or 4 pills a day, and I'm actually still having nausea now at 34 weeks. It hasn't, like, it kind of did taper off, I guess, but it has come back and stayed like pretty level since I was like 15 weeks. So it hasn't really disappeared or anything. So I am still on the Diclactin. I just take 2 at night now, and sometimes one during the day if I'm having like a really gross day or something. So I have tried to go without it a couple times now, and I am so sick the next day. Just stuck in bed, kind of sick. So I haven't really bothered to try again, and I think the last time I tried was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I'm just going to continue taking it until I have her. So we did a 3D ultrasound at 18 weeks and 5 days, I believe, and that was so cool to see. So we did a gender reveal party. So everyone, like, nobody knew her gender. We didn't know her gender. My sister came with us to a 3D appointment, so she was the only one who actually knew the gender. And she made our cake for us and put pink jelly beans inside. And so, like, we had our gender reveal, and the whole time leading up to it, I had like the strongest feeling that we were having a boy. We cut open the cake, and I did not believe that these jelly beans were pink. I was literally standing there in a kitchen full of friends and family saying nothing. And it wasn't that I was upset, and I'm sure that people thought I was, but I wasn't. I was just like, I 1000% believed that it was a boy. And she's not. She's a girl. So yeah, we are having a girl. We do have her name picked out, but we have only shared it with close friends and family at this point. And so I won't be sharing it here until after she's born. I haven't posted on Facebook or any Instagram or social media or anything. We just wanted to keep that kind of on the down low, I guess. No particular reason. It's just, we just feel like that's something that we just don't want to share until she's here. So, my next point is, I guess, like, my 3rd trimester symptoms that I've been having. Some of them actually did start in 2nd trimester. So, but a lot of them are still ongoing. So thankfully none of these issues are with her. It's just me having a really rough go of things. So I did have to go on early medical leave from work. Well, first I did cut back my shifts, and then as of first week of June, I think, was when I officially just said, like, I can't do this anymore. Because I was working on a dairy farm, so it is very active, and I absolutely loved it, and I was so sad to quit. Like, I was, like, to the point I was, like, pushing myself every shift because I wasn't ready to quit or go on leave. Thankfully I can still go visit, but I just feel awful because I'm not the type to just sit and do nothing. So I loved my job and the cows, and it was just amazing. But I am dealing with SPD. Forgetting the actual term for that right now, but it's basically, I think it's like basically, like, for me, it's just a lot of pain in my hips and my back, and a lot of people say, well, that's normal for pregnancy, but this is more than that. It's kind of to the point where you cannot walk, and so that's kind of what I'm dealing with now. It's a lot of days it is better, and, like, the less I do, the better I feel. But, like, if I go walk around Walmart for half an hour or something, I come home and it is hard for me to get my shoes on and stuff, and it has nothing to do with my belly being in the way. It's just I physically cannot move my legs. So I am dealing with that, and I mean, since going on medical leave, things are usually a lot better than they were when I wasn't on medical leave, just because I'm obviously doing a lot less. But when we moved 2 weekends ago, and we've just kind of been in the process of packing and unpacking, like leading up to that and now after this. So I've been really feeling things the past month, and finally now like most things are unpacked, so I'm just trying to sit and do really not much, and I hate it, but I don't really have another option unless I want to be in pain. So another thing I've been dealing with, the nausea, I've kind of mentioned that. And then since hitting third trimester, I've noticed I'm really tired. I'm generally a person that I can go to bed so late. Like I usually like lay down around 11 and I don't fall asleep till 12:30, 1 sometimes. And then I can get up at 4 a.m. and it just does not faze me. And the past probably like 6-ish weeks, I've been noticing that I still can stay up really late. Like I have really bad insomnia, so I've tried everything and I just can't fall asleep. So I still go to bed at my normal time generally, and then I notice that I'm sleeping in, and I'm the person that I hate sleeping in. I can't stand it. I wake up feeling just gross and headache, and like I've wasted half my day. And so even pre-pregnancy, like I get up so early, and then throughout my pregnancy until about 6 weeks ago, I still get up crazy early, but now I just can't anymore. So I've been sleeping in like till like 8 at the minimum, and like nowadays 7:30 is like that's early for me, whereas like a few months ago 7:30 is like that's considered sleeping in. I just can't go beyond that. So now I'm getting up like anywhere between like 8 to 9:30, which is crazy. I can't believe I'm sleeping in that long. It's not okay with me. But so a lot of people say like when she gets here, oh, well, you get no sleep, and I'm thinking like good, thank God, because I run on no sleep and I prefer it that way. But then kind of the other thing I've been dealing with is a lot of rib pain, like in this area, and kind of numbness. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. I don't have my proper tripod set up, but yeah, so a lot of rib pain and stuff, and if I stand up and move around it does get better, but as soon as I'm sitting it's like bad again, which kind of puts me in a predicament because with my SPD, walking out is not good, and then with my ribs sitting down is not good, so I can't win right now. And then the other major thing I've been dealing with is, again, I'm totally blanking on the long scientific term of it, but it's called PUPS basically, and it is just an itchy rash that kind of like starts on your belly and can spread other places. Ignore my dog if you guys can hear that. But yeah, basically like mine started on kind of like my hip area where my pants sit, and it was just like little itchy red bumps, like a heat rash, and I had been outside and walking around a lot, so I just thought that that's what it was. And then one day I just woke up and it had spread like kind of onto my stomach area, but not onto the front, so it was still on the side. And that's when I called my doctor, and I was like, now that I'm talking about it, I have to itch, of course. But so I had kind of called and asked about that, and so I went in for an appointment, and they did want to do a liver function test for cholestasis, I believe it's called. But that's like where your hands and your feet are itchy, and I wasn't really having any of that. Like my whole body is itchy, but my hands and feet are probably like the least itchy of everything. So the rash itself is only on my stomach and like down my sides a little bit, and the rash is nowhere else, but I am kind of itchy everywhere, but it's not terrible. My stomach is literally like, you wouldn't even understand how itchy it is unless you dealt with it, so I can't even explain. But it is not something that you can just be like, oh, I'm just not gonna itch, because it doesn't work like that. So my doctor did give me hydrocortisone cream with menthol, and it does virtually nothing for me. So thankfully I actually have my 34-week appointment tomorrow, and I'm going to mention then that I like I need something else, because it's to the point like I can't sleep at night. I've tried Benadryl and that just completely like wipes me out and makes me even more tired, and I can't sleep away my whole day. So I've got other things to do. As exhausted as I feel lately, I'm not okay with that. So Benadryl, it only touches the itch so much. So I'm going to see if there is something else that I can do or take, because like I've tried every pregnancy safe anti-itch cream out there and nothing even so much as touches it. So I need something else. Yeah, I guess that's kind of all. I mean, I am going to keep doing like weekly updates for like each week, and my weeks turn over on Tuesdays. So I'm going to do weekly updates for that, and then I do have other updates that I would like to do. I do want to do a nursery tour. That is one room in our new place that is actually not set up right now. That's where we have all of our storage and stuff. So that is not currently set up. And I will do a new nursery tour at some point. And then I also want to do like a what's in my hospital bag and things like that. And I will show like a slight clothing haul, I guess, for our newborn items. We do have a lot of like 0 to 3 months, 6 to 9 months, and so on and so on. But I actually realized yesterday that we had only like 1 or 2 newborn size onesies. And so I know that like it can vary so much for how long they're in newborn sizes, but I did just want to be prepared that we do have a few others, just in case. And then I also realized that while we do have 1 or 2 newborn onesies, we didn't have any like newborn leggings or pants or sweaters or anything like that. So she is due August 15th, and it does get super, super hot here. But I did want to have like a couple little sweaters and things just in case. And if she's in newborn clothing for a little bit longer, sometimes we do get like the cool nights in September and stuff, of course. So I did want to be prepared and have some of those just in case. So I picked up a few the other day, and I will do probably a video showing those sometime this week, I think. And then, yes, and then my shower is coming up on July 15th. I don't know how much of that I will record, because it will be a very busy day, but I will try to record some of that and at least post some pictures on my social media and stuff. So I am going to link my Instagram below for those of you that would like to go follow me, for those of you that aren't already. And then I'm just going to do my 30-week belly, but just remember that due to the pups, I do have an itchy, red, bumpy, disgusting rash all over it. It's not so bad right now because I did just put on the hydrocortisone, so that does seem to help the bumps but not the itch. So just keep that in mind when I show you guys my belly. It's not that bad right now, but it might not look as beautiful as some other people's 34-week bellies. So keep that in mind. So this is with shirt on from the front and side. I hope you guys can see okay, because like I said, my tripod is packed up. So that is with the shirt on, and that is without. And other side. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon.